Welcome once again to Commanded by Danon. If you're new here, welcome. A new season is around the corner and I wanted to quickly go over a few of the anime that caught my eye, or ones where I've already read the source material. Before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's get the sequels out of the way first. Sukumi Moonlight Fantasy Season 2 is an isekai with a delightful and self-aware premise. Main character gets sent to another world as part of a contract. His parents were from that world originally and came to Earth. Now he has to go back and save the world. Only instead, he basically becomes a demon lord, builds a paradise for monsters, and fights for justice. There are a lot of cute and ecchi moments in the anime, but there are also some good old-fashioned reckonings to people who deserved it. I've been wanting to read the source material for this series, but I haven't had the time. Or money. So, I'll be going into this one blind. The next sequel is one I haven't read the material for either, Mashle, Magic and Muscles. The manga is complete, and I've been meaning to read it, but Viz has a 100 chapter a day limit, and I share my Viz account with my boys. And they've been reading Dr. Stone, My Hero Academia, and One Piece almost daily, so I haven't had the opportunity. But Season 1 was a blast, and I'm looking forward to Season 2. For those who don't know, Mashle is basically One Punch Man meets Harry Potter. A boy born without magic in a world where people without magic are thrown to the wolves, attends a magic school. He uses his muscles to pretend he has powers, to the point of kicking his legs so fast that he flies on the broom, or throwing his broom, then jumping on it to win the school's speed record. Every obstacle in his path is overcome with muscles. And cream puffs. I'm excited for Season 2 of this silly series to start. Next up, we have two sequels for series that I am caught up on, Banished from the Hero's Party and Dangers in My Heart. I've already done videos on both of these, so I won't go into them fully, but for those who haven't watched, Banished from the Hero's Party is one of those I can't believe it's not isekai anime. While technically a fantasy, there are a lot of JRPG elements in this series, but it takes a mature approach to them. Just because someone is born with a certain job doesn't mean they have to become that job. Freedom is important, no matter what the gods desire. Secondly, Dangers in My Heart is an adorable, awkward rom-com about a couple of middle school students falling in love. Our main character thinks he's a dangerous serial killer in the making, when really he's just Chun. Meanwhile, his love interest presents the face of a mature and well-put-together lady, but she's actually a slob who loves snacking and being silly with her friends. In other words, a typical teenage girl. The anime is about embracing weirdness, both in others and in ourselves. Once we accept that we're weird and that other people are weird, the world becomes more normal. Paradoxical, but true. The only anime I'm interested in this season that I haven't read the source material for is Villainous Level 99, I May Be the Hidden Boss, but I'm Not the Demon Lord. This show looks adorable. Our main character got isekai'd into an RPG with romance options, but isn't a fan of any of the characters, so she decides to level up her magic and becomes unbelievably powerful. And despite wanting to live a quiet life, when she attends school, everyone finds out that she's level 99. This one looks fun and I can't wait to start it. Chained Soldier is one I've been reading for years, and I'm very excited for this anime to be seen by more people. There will probably be some complaints about it, but popular anime with cute girls often do get some hate from certain areas of the anime community. Regardless, this series has top-tier ecchi and top-tier action as well. Oftentimes, one is sacrificed for the other, but not this case. If you like your shonen with some spice, you will absolutely enjoy Chained Soldier. I realize that it's the top of the chart for Mal next season, but I'm only mildly excited for solo leveling. Let me explain before you roast me in the comments. I love solo leveling. Great series, awesome artwork. The story and ending are kinda mid-tier, but the artwork, character designs, and fight scenes are all top-notch. I love Jinwoo as a character and appreciate the journey he goes through. Here's my concern, and I think you'll agree with me. There have been 3 Korean manhwa that have been adapted into anime that I've watched: Tower of God, Noblesse, and The God of High School. The God of High School cut out all the character development, side stories, and character building. The Tower of God skipped entire story arcs, and Noblesse was fairly decent. So Japan is batting a third for making remotely decent adaptations of manhwa. So even though Solo Leveling is a pretty good series, 10 out of 10 artwork, only about a 6 out of 10 for story, I worry that they're going to drop the ball on this one as well. I'll give it a couple episodes and then decide if I want to continue. One anime I am very excited for is Dungeon Meshi. This is a great manga about a brother trying to rescue his sister who's been swallowed by a dragon. But he has no money. So to save her, they have to learn how to survive off of food scrounged in the dungeon. In other words, eating monsters. Our MC and his party are assisted by a crazy dwarf who's been living in the dungeon for years. Oh, and it's animated by Trigger. Definitely one to watch. Hoka Girls are super adorable is another slice of life romance that I've discussed on this channel before. You can read the series over on Manga Plus if you want. Basically, a boy moves from Tokyo to Hokkaido to live with his grandmother while his mother recovers in the hospital. The first person he meets is a gyaru. He eventually meets and becomes friends with 2 other gals. So at a casual glance, this series is a harem. But in reality, he's only got eyes for Fuyuki. Which makes sense, because she's best girl. Now, I know I said I didn't enjoy Unwanted Undead Adventurer's light novel, but I do enjoy the manga. The reason I don't enjoy the light novel is that there are several scenes in the book where we're stuck inside the main character's head, and he just keeps repeating the same information over and over and over again. Move on with the plot, please. The manga moves much faster, and I'm hoping the anime does as well. With the light novel, you know those anime that have a recap episode halfway through their 12-episode season? That's what it felt like reading the light novel. Next up, one that I find very funny, 'Tis Time for Torture, Princess. The princess of the human kingdom, along with the Holy Sword, has been captured by demons. They then torture information out of her. Sounds like an incredibly dark series, right? What if I told you that this was a comedy? The first thing they torture her with? A pot with stew crusted on the bottom and a slice of bread. This instantly breaks the mind of the princess, and she readily shares kingdom secrets, just so she can be the one to scrape the stew off the bottom of the pot with a piece of bread. This series is ridiculous, so if you're wanting a good laugh, check it out. Finally, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic is my #1 pick for you to watch this season. Yes, it's an isekai. Yes, it relies on isekai tropes to tell the story. 2 people are summoned to another world to become its saviors. They are hailed as heroes. The problem is, someone else was caught up in the summoning. This is his story. While the 2 heroes have been blessed with lightning magic and holy magic, respectively, our main character only has healing magic. Well, we got an anime with a healer a couple of years ago. This one's just like it, right? Wrong. In fact, you couldn't be more wrong. This one is fun and wholesome, while that other one is not safe for public consumption. When Rose, the captain of the rescue squad, finds out that Usato, our main character, has an aptitude for healing magic, she kidnaps him and forces him to join the rescue squad. The rescue squad trains beyond human endurance to be the fastest people on the battlefield. They rush in, grab the wounded, and get them back to the healers. Because, in medieval warfare, most people died to their wounds rather than an outright kill shot. Remember, exercise is the tearing down of muscles so that you can then regrow them stronger. But what if you're healing yourself constantly? What if you could heal your muscles while you're exercising? All in all, this is a very fun series, and I'm excited to see it animated. What anime are you most excited for next season? Leave a comment below. If you'd like to come and hang out, good news. I've started streaming on Twitch. There's a link down below in the video description, but the address is twitch.tv/DamonWildfire. Feel free to swing by. I'll be talking about Commander, anime, manga, or whatever else chat wants to discuss. I just started a new job, but I'm going to try to stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I've got an event at my kid's school to go to. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borky, Exiled Rogue, Nazwin, Hector, Pedro, Tom, Echo Fox, Midge, Swifty, Lucius, Detroff, Rally, and Elf. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.